Hey, what's up? It's your girl Punana, the Plus Size Beauty, and we're back with another episode of She is Plus Size Beauty Sundays. And I have the sexy, the gorgeous trailblazer, Miss Chocolate Mamas, that girl, the international West Coast mother, Queen motherfucking Staxx. Yes! Oh, we got the queen in the house. How you doing, mamas?
I'm great. How are you?
Oh, I'm feeling fine. I'm so happy that I finally got you in this studio.
Yes, ma'am.
It took us some time to really get you in here, baby, but how do you feel to be here?
It's great. I'm excited.
Ah,
Yeah.
we're going to get into some things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cuz baby, you have been making noise. You have been doing the motherfucking thing, and I was like I had to get her in here. I got to know your story.
Let's do it.
Baby, so I know you. The world needs to know you, who you are, your occupation, baby, and your hometown.
Okay. Um, my hometown, I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Nice.
Born and raised.
Okay.
313. What up, though?
Woo.
I been living in San Diego for 7.5 years.
Oh, I love San Diego.
Oh. Occupation. I mean, I am a job.
Baby, Baby, you're like a walking ad for just luxury and just sexy and just Black entrepreneur. I love it. I love it, baby. We're gonna get into some things.
Yes.
So, Queen, when I first saw you, no shade, I gotta tell you this. When I first saw you, I was like, she exudes sexiness. She exudes confidence. She's just like that girl. And I remember I walked up to you and I was like, it's my first time walking to a ball. You probably don't even remember it. I was like, you did your thing. And you was like, oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. You're like the sweetest thing. It's like two different people on and off the floor. It's like you give this really confident woman, and then when you're off the floor, you're like, hey. Like how did you come into ballroom?
How did I come into ballroom?
Yes.
So basically, it all happened around the same time I came out. I mean, I was going out with friends that I, was hanging with.
Mhm.
And we're talking.
I know you ain't got to stretch your age. Like you trying to wait a minute.
It's like 15 plus years ago.
Okay.
And I've been sneaking into balls since 2007.
Work. Okay.
I, would be entertained. I enjoy going to the balls, but I said, oh, this is something I would never get into, something I would not do. And then 2013 it happened. I joined because I was just kept being asked and I was around. Yeah. But I was just doing it for the fun. I wasn't but I wasn't taking it serious.
Okay.
I was not taking it serious.
He was like, I'm gonna just do this. I'm gonna just do this.
I was like, let me do it. And then I was with my brother and he kind of was like, yeah, let's just, let's do it. So I did it with my brother.
Right.
And we we joined a house and we walked. But it wasn't
it wasn't giving what it needs.
It definitely was not giving what it needs to give. It was just once every blue moon.
Okay.
You know, so I wasn't making noise like I'm making now.
Oh, okay.
Is what I'm saying. Because I wasn't taking it serious.
So. Okay, cool. Because they said early 2000s that ballroom was real raw.
That's when it was. I will say that.
It was a time. They said it was so much raw talent and history behind it when it came to the West Coast and things. But they were saying it was a bunch of motherfucking fights. People was letting have, there was no rules. There was no bug.
They wasn't really going by no bylaws and rules that they doing now. I mean, I remember going to bars and chairs and tables being thrown.
Oh my God.
From the panel to it was wild. It was crazy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. I've heard some stories. I've heard some stories. And I was just like, thank God for the bylaws and the rules now.
Yeah. Yep.
Baby, they will call the authorities on you now, Jesus.
Yeah, they will.
How did you get the name Queen Staxx? Because you exude queen, baby, and just like I'm that
So
girl.
there it is. You
Oh,
literally just
okay.
said it. It came because it's just like a natural fit. Like, I mean,
Okay.
I'm a queen.
Yes.
Indian everywhere I step, so I
Mhm.
give queen.
Yes.
And then Staxx, I'm stacked in every which way possible.
Baby,
I
when I see your
mean,
social media and I start following you, I was like, well, this is her everyday thing.
this
Like
is my life.
this is my
Like,
life. This is
yeah.
luxury, baby. It gives me very much like Little Kim in her prime. Like
Okay.
Little Kim
Yeah.
luxury in her prime. Because no shade, I love Lil Kim. She was my girl. Like,
I do too. Look, I miss the girl.
and your expertise in ballroom is sex siren and body. Those are your main two, right?
And realness.
And realness, baby.
Mhm.
I be just like, Jesus Christ. Like, realness should be Academy Award category because some people gag when they come to a ball and they never experience that. And they be like, realness. And they be like, what is that?
So for me, it was body and sex is what I wanted to
Yes.
focus on the most. And
Mhm.
you can say those are my primary categories
Yes.
because I do focus on those more.
Mhm.
Realness, they play.
Yeah, they do.
Realness, they play.
They do.
I mean,
They
ballroom
do.
realness and real life realness.
It's totally different fucking realness
It's different.
sometimes.
So I will say this. When it comes to realness in ballroom, I don't really take it serious.
Mhm.
But yeah, because like I said, they play. They play a lot. And like I said, this is my lifestyle. I wake up every day and like this is my life. Like, what do you mean? Realness, what?
So the house that you're in is one of the most predominantly beautiful houses. The house of Ebony.
Mm-hmm.
EBON.
That's right.
You exude that house. Like when you think of Ebony, you are one of the girls on the coast that you think about. You be like Queen Staxx, Casanova. There's so many to name. Even like your new girls you have now, like Tiny,
Yeah.
Crazy. You guys exude Ebony, the skin, the melanin. I
Oh,
love the aesthetic.
yes.
And no shade, I love y'all chat.
Yes. It's iconic.
So how does it feel to be a part of that house?
It feels amazing because, like I said, when I first started going to balls, 2007, I always looked at the House of Ebony,
Mhm.
and they were just like this force.
Yes.
I mean, they were a fucking force on the floor, off the floor. They wasn't to be fucked with. They were like it was a lot of them. When they came deep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, that was the house that I always wanted to be a part of.
I love it.
So actually being a part of it is like where I want to be.
Oh, because I love me some Casanova. He's so like
Yeah,
sweet
I do
and
too.
whatnot.
That's
And
my ballroom
exude.
hubby.
And that's your ballroom
That's
hubby.
my
I love
ballroom
that.
hubby.
I love that in ballroom.
Yeah.
People have their significant others. It's basically like having your work husband or your work wife, and you be like,
Exactly.
"This is my husband.
Yep.
This is the person, baby." You in this house, watching you, no shade, and I'm pumping it up, y'all. I'm pumping it up. You have to go to her social media. You come with the aesthetic and the fucking effects. Watching you be that girl, like even when they call you out for LSS, the whole crowd stands up, especially our coast. We stand up because we like, girl, she is that girl. When they call you out, it's like, I know, and it changes because I can tell, like, sometimes you be sitting there and they'll call you out for LSS and it's like, you just tap in.
You got to. You got to get in mode. You got to get into ballroom mode. And yeah.
Like listen to that. Like literally the chant. And you can tell, like, look, you're getting into it and you like, yes, sexiness,
Yeah.
baby, queen.
And I never know what I'm gonna do when I go out there. I just feel the vibe. I feel
Mhm.
the moment. I feel the energy. I feed off the crowd
Mhm.
and kind of just go from there.
For me, it's how you sell it. It's like how you sell it because for me, sex siren is sort of a magical gift because you're making the energy in the room feel you and make them want to make love to you.
There you go.
And it's very much it's watching you play sometimes when you perform is crazy because sex siren is sort of a charismatic gift that you guys are doing with the judges, but you're also making everyone in the audience feel like, and I'm like, to keep that on your face because I'm such a goofy girl, like trying to be sexy. I would start laughing, but I can see it's like being an actress, low-key, isn't it?
You got to put on.
Mm-hmm.
You do. You got to put on because like you said, you're doing it for the judges.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's just selling it. You gotta exude. You gotta give that, you know,
Mhm.
you know.
She does this thing sometimes, like, selling it is, like, with her body and whatnot, and I can tell it depends on what type of song that's on too.
Oh yes, most definitely.
If
It definitely goes off the song. Sometimes they go from slow to fast. You go from grinding to popping it. It's like,
So how long did it take you to really, like, build your name in the community?
um, how long did it take to build my name? I mean, I think the first couple of years that
Mhm.
I was back out walking consistently.
Mhm.
Um, and that's the key
Yes.
is consistency. So
Okay.
by me being out there consistent, traveling, at every function, every ball, yeah,
And
people
not
seen it and they was like, okay, she's here to stay.
you be going, you're that state to state girl,
Mhm.
like that girl. I've seen you at certain balls where it was just like you were in Denver, you were in Seattle, you were in Atlanta, you were in the Midwest, you were in
Mhm.
New York. And I think my most proud moment for you was when, and I love it when the girls just pop out. They don't say anything, they just do it.
Mhm.
When you went to Paris.
Mm.
Because a lot of the girls on our coast, there's rare ones that will get on a plane and go to a ball and like in Paris.
Yeah.
How did you feel? Because you know I was living for you. When I went out there, I got my
Yeah.
life.
And you went before me. I
Baby,
saw you out there. I was like, go ahead.
I told
Okay.
everybody I came back, I said, everybody need to go out there and just let have
I was
because
like, go ahead.
baby, and this is what I love. This is crazy. What people don't know about each coast, especially people out of the country, they watch us. They
Yes,
watch our
they
clips.
do. They do. They do. They do. See, it's ballroom is different everywhere.
Yeah,
Every region
yeah.
is a bit different. It's a different vibe, different feel. Paris is a complete different entity within itself, right?
Baby.
They ballroom over there is like it's so fun because you could be in any house and they'll go up for you.
Period.
Even if they're in a different house, they're going to go up for you. And that's what I love about Paris. It was really fun. And like you mentioned, it was crazy because I went over there, right? And I'm
Mhm.
like, okay, I don't know who the fuck these people are. But I'm like,
That's how I feel.
they knew me. And I'm like, and like you
Ah.
said, it was from watching because they really do watch.
They do. They
They watch
watch.
us here in the States.
Even your aesthetic in Paris, like with the feathers and just like what you gave for the category was top tier. Cause I don't know if you noticed, like being over there, walking their categories, they come with it with the effects.
They do. And I just knew going international, I knew that I had to bring it, right?
Yes.
I'm not about to go international and be lackluster. Like, I'm going to go up, above, and beyond.
Mhm.
And that's what I had to bring.
Baby, you gave the because I think it was like maybe like one or two other girls, like the girl in the back or whatever. Baby, you came with the aesthetic, and I think you probably shocked some of them too because seeing how gorgeous you are, and you was coming with the aesthetic. I know they were living. The younger girls was living,
Yeah.
huh?
They
That warmed your
were.
heart. Like I'm
They
pretty sure it was
were.
like just groups of girls
Yeah.
coming up to you, and you were like, "Oh my god,
Hmm.
oh my goodness." That is a harm. Like to hear girls be like, "I look up to you so much, and I love that." It gives you the fire to keep going. Correct.
Each and every time. And I really take it. Every time someone, reach out to me or tell me, I really take that in and I really like you said, it keeps me going. It
Mm.
keeps me going.
So growing up, your pros and cons, was it like really just hard for you growing up to come like the confident woman that you are?
No.
Mhm.
I was very much very like outgoing.
Mhm.
Um so it was really I loved being like the center of attention. I
Yes.
loved being on stage.
Mhm.
I used to love doing plays and shows and
Mhm.
wanted to do all type of stuff. So growing up for me was pretty fun. It was
Mhm.
yeah, I had it it was pretty fun. I
Oh,
mean,
wow. I love that.
the only child
Oh.
from my mom and dad. So I was pretty spoiled. I was pretty spoiled. And yeah.
So who was your inspirations? You know, just go as hard as you is, or maybe just to beat that. Like, you know what I
Okay,
mean?
I like that.
Uh-huh.
So, but you said girl. See what I mean? Okay, so and
Okay, there's many, like,
it
it's many.
okay, so
Yeah.
for me, my inspiration
Uh-huh.
is the pioneer icon Stuart Ebony.
Yes, shout out to Stuart.
He's a huge inspiration to me, as well as Andre Mizrahi.
Andre.
Yeah, icon. Those two inspire me so much because they were real active walkers,
Yes.
winners,
Mhm.
travelers. So seeing me and like you said, oh, you're state to state, you do all of this. Well, it's not because of them, but it's
Watching it,
watching them.
it's
And that's
inspirational.
yes, it's very
Mhm.
inspirational. And then another thing about me personally is I'm just a person who
Mhm.
is an overachiever.
Yes,
I'm an overachiever, so I
I love
really
that.
like to go hard at everything I do.
I could tell. I could tell in the
I
aesthetic and just the effects sometimes. You came out with a whole damn real snake. And I
Yes.
low key knew that in the back of my head when
Yes.
I read that category because I like reading all the categories
Mhm.
sometimes. For the April Fool's Ball, you came out with that snake, and I
I
was like,
did.
I knew she was gonna do
I
this.
did. I gotta go above and beyond, girl. It said, bring it like this, and I'm going to bring it like that.
I love that
A
because
whole nine
honestly,
foot freaking python.
because when you went international and you won, baby, and then you came back and you was just like bringing it every time and was just like traveling. And I remember I made a post about that. I was like, everybody needs to get on their motherfucking feet and stand up and give her the props that she fucking deserves. Cause I said she's West Coast living and she's out there representing us,
I am.
baby, representing us.
I
Cause
am.
sometimes I can feel like ballroom can be they can be colorist. They can be colorist sometimes.
Yeah.
And I don't feel it, and sometimes I'm like and I see it, and I'll just be like,
Yep.
"No, no,
But
no."
it's not just ballroom. I mean, that's the world.
Yeah, that is real.
That's in the world.
Yeah,
So
yeah, honestly, but you've been doing your motherfucking thing, and I was just like, "That is the queen."
thank you.
I'm like, "Girl, that is the queen. Everybody get up on your motherfucking feet." Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And it's not easy. It's
Mhm,
really not. I might make it look easy. I
mhm,
don't know if I do, but it's really not. That
mhm,
shit hard. It's hard traveling like the
mhm.
way I travel. It's hard being affected the way that, I come affected. That's not easy. It's not cheap either. I say
Mm.
ballroom is an expensive sport.
Baby, doing the categories, sometimes they ask for us to bring like almost $1,000 worth
Yes.
of a goddamn effect.
Yes.
And I just be like, I need to know in advance so I can give you what you need.
Exactly.
And just sometimes just adding that shit up, sometimes I'll be like, damn, I just spent like $800, $600 just
Exactly,
on this
in
ball
hopes of
weekend.
winning it back in grand prize. Like, I hope I could get this grand prize
I hope
money.
nobody show up to
Like,
this shit tonight,
okay.
like so I can be the only girl walk in, like
Right.
literally, literally.
Yeah.
For me, looking at you on your outside life and just in and out on the floor, you give like luxury influencer. It's a
Mm.
bunch of y'all, like you, Chuck. You give like luxury, just influencer, or
Aw.
just luxury, like socialite. Do you ever see yourself doing that in the future?
No.
How come? How come no?
Because I feel like a socialite, you have to be into that. You have to have anything you do, you have to have a niche for it. It has to be something you wanna do. And just me personally, I'm not big into, like, social media. I'm not big into, like I'm not. So, I just don't see myself doing that. Like, even doing, like, podcasts. Like, this is but, like, I wanted to do it so I can open up and people can get to know me a little bit more than what
'Cause that's what I want. Cause sometimes I feel like when you guys are on the floor, they sometimes just get this one perception of you guys. They don't know y'all story.
they
They don't
don't.
know how you are off the floor.
They
This is what I
don't.
put the persona I put on the floor, and I feel like these stories that you guys are gonna tell me and we put out to the world is to keep your legacy going.
And I feel like I'm so misunderstood. Like, people always think something about me that is like,
Really? What's the craziest thing they done
yes.
fucking said?
I mean, I'm not gonna say craziest thing, but it's like bad shit people be thinking. I'm sorry, can I cuss on
No, we
here?
can cuss on here. Speak how you
Okay.
feel, baby.
I just feel like people be thinking like I'm this type of person. I'm bougie, I'm arrogant, I'm stuck up, I'm sedity. I've heard all of this. And I'm really not. When people really get to know me and like we kick it, we chill, we really get, to know each other, they're like, "Oh, you down to earth as hell. Like you not what I thought you were."
People always
So
get the
I'm
perception, maybe I never got
But
that
like you
from
just
you.
said, okay, that's good to
I
hear.
never
Because
gotten
I'm a
that from
sweetheart,
you.
right? I'm a
Yeah.
sweetheart to everybody. Like I'm really nice. And that's really who I am. And like you said, if a person don't know you, they only see what they see on the floor. If I'm walking sex and body, I'm all promiscuous dressing, they're gonna think I'm a hoe. They're gonna think I'm fast. They're gonna think I'm.
So where did you like the concept? It was this one time where I think like that was sexy. That was just like one of a kind. Like, because most of the girls can't really do that, but they do it now. I think it was when you were in San Diego, and I believe you had all those like you had
Mm,
E's all over your
yes,
body,
ma'am.
like that. Cause like that. What?
That was one of my favorite
Uh
moments.
huh.
Um, yeah, I was just, ooh, ooh,
Yes,
ooh.
you exude. I
But
was
you know
there
what?
and I walked that night too, and I was just like, I seen you in the back because they had us like kind of like in the back where we were starting at, and
Uh-huh.
and I kind of like seen. I said, "Is this girl like?" I was like, "Did she just put
I
E's
mean,
all over her?"
that's what
And
it
I said, "Bitch," I said, "Oh, she gonna fuck it up."
that's what it was calling for. But also, I feel like this was definitely a moment. I think I executed it very well.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish, honestly, now I live in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
So San Diego is not a big ballroom scene
Scene,
there,
yes,
right?
they're trying to
But
build it.
I
Like,
wish that moment that I had right there was somewhere that was a little more like
mm,
prominent and
yeah.
like I wish it was done in LA or New York or somewhere. But no, it was definitely still a moment.
It was. I was like, "Oh," when I seen it, I was like, "Oh, baby,
Mhm.
she's nothing to fucking play
Yeah.
with." Like, I think people know now if you're going for either body or sex siren or just like even they know the ebonies. They got like a few heavy hitters,
Oh
bitch. You're
yeah.
gonna have to try to get
Oh,
through,
most
and you
definitely.
better hope you get your tens
Most definitely.
because I see that you also have like a mothering feel to you because I believe that now you have a baby and protege, which is my sister Chrissy.
Oh, my daughter.
She was like, "Queen Staxx is my mama," and I said, "That is the most smartest
Yes.
thing you will want to do." I said, "That is fab," and I said, "Listen to her because the way that she's trailblazing," I said, "She's only gonna lead you in the right
Mhm.
direction."
And she still new. She's young, and the way she is going, she has a bright future. She's going to definitely be a force to be reckoned with. I mean, she really don't have to do much. I mean, look
I
at her.
I gagged when I came to the cash dolls.
Mhm.
And I met her and I said, "You look like my cousin." I was like,
Fish.
"You look like my cousin."
Fish
I've
patty.
never like her body is
Mhm.
that's something that you don't see every day
You
and
don't.
just her personality and whatnot. And then when she told me that you was her mother, I said, "Oh, so
Mhm.
how does it feel? Like, is she your only kid?
Oh,
You have
no.
how many kids do you have?"
Shit. The fuck?
Yes.
A lot.
You know, I ask everybody this.
Imma say a lot.
Mhm.
Like, a lot.
A lot.
Like, a lot. Yeah.
That's just out there and just, like, successful and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Some I talk to more than others, and I
Mhm.
wish that
That changes, yes.
yeah, like,
Mhm.
yeah, I wish they hit me up a little more,
Mhm.
but, um, yeah, all my kids are good. I got kids outside of ballroom too.
I love that.
Actually, that's where most of my kids started was because I wasn't involved in ballroom
Mhm.
hard. So, yeah, most of my kids are just like my gay kids. outside of
Mm,
ballroom,
I
but
love that.
yeah, being in ballroom and mother,
Yes.
is like it's yeah, naturally, I definitely took in the ballroom kids as well.
So how it feels to be, like, West Coast mother? Like, how
It's
does it feel? And it's like, now you're an international girl, but
I
how does
mean,
it feel, though? Is it, like, a lot of stress or it's just, like, you deal with it day by day?
it's honestly, it's you just go with the flow. It's not really stressful. I mean, it is a job. It's
Yes.
definitely a job because it is a region that you are,
Mhm.
you know
In charge of. It's
Yes.
multiple regions because
Yes.
it's, like, the West Coast.
So you gotta make sure, everything is good and flowing smoothly and, in that aspect.
Mhm.
But, I mean, I feel great about it. It was nothing that I really asked for. I really didn't, like it just happened.
Yeah.
It just happened.
And
I
you
mean,
felt
it
proud?
was like a fit. I mean, why not?
Why not?
Why
Who
not?
else?
Who
I mean, who
not
else,
me then
honestly?
not me then who? Not me then who?
Stand at the girl that you are, because I feel like if you do market yourself more on Instagram, you could be something of LA's finest. Like,
Well, I am LA's
well,
finest, but a
I know that, but like,
two-time of the year and New York
period,
ballroom,
period,
California's finest.
period.
Yeah.
But saying professionally wise, like
Yeah.
being that girl, because you like the way you dress. Like even today, now you look so good.
Thank you.
Like you give off of an aesthetic of I love. It's like that real, because when you're sitting down in a chair, I stare at people. I know this is horrible. I'm a reporter. Like it give off a regalness I can see sometimes when you're on the panel, but your aesthetic, I love it. It's so like Mary J. Blige,
Oh,
like
shit.
sophisticated urban type of
Thank
chic
you.
in a sense.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
It if you ever put yourself out there, like I feel like you should do that, like as an influencer.
Once again, though, you have to have the niche for it.
Girl, pay somebody to do that shit. You could do
You have to have
it.
the niche for it, you know?
If you could collab with somebody because you got a nice style and aesthetic, designers, if you could collab with somebody, what would the top 3 be?
Like,
Design
ballroom or
designers.
designers?
Yeah.
Okay, so my favorite designer is Chanel.
Yes, Chanel.
I mean,
Coke,
my
Coke.
whole my whole house is Chanel, everything.
Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
love Chanel. Um, Chanel, Chanel, and Chanel.
So Chanel is like the top brand. I love that
Yes,
for you.
I love
I love
Chanel
that. I
so
can see
much.
you in that. I can see you like branded in that and
Mhm.
whatnot. So how would you say your style though? Like, does it vary by the mood or you have this particular like your go-to all the time? How would you describe your style?
So, I do think I got, like, a certain type of look,
Mhm.
like, what's expected of what Imma look or
Mhm.
wear because I don't wear a lotta, like, gym shoes,
Okay.
sneakers.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
have that problem.
wear I don't wear, a lot of pants either, like jeans and
Mhm.
stuff like that. It's always I'm in a dress or
Mhm.
maxi something,
Yes.
some type of
Very form fitting. I know with you.
Yes, I
Very light
love
skin.
showing off my yeah.
You have the body for it, so I was like, show it
Yeah,
off,
I
baby.
love showing my skin and everything, yeah.
Okay, so it's more like, bodycon and like form fitting
Mhm.
and whatnot, aesthetics,
Yep.
certain type of materials that's like your favorite. Like,
Ooh, I like the stretchy shit.
oh yeah.
It be going in that baby. Ooh, put that on, it gets the girl.
Your top tier, what's your dream though and your goal? I would love to hear that from you. Cause I know you're so like out there, you're this girl, but I know back then you're kind of like, because it took me to really investigate you and look deep into your life. And sometimes it took me like casting over certain type of questions because you're very private.
I am.
You
I'm
are. I noticed
super
like
private.
that you give me like Beyonce, like kind of like private.
Super private, super
Yes.
reserved. I don't let a lot of people in. I don't
Hmm.
let a lot of people in my space. I don't know if that's the Aquarius in me or
Hmm.
It's
Mhm.
just like, I don't know.
Until you fully trust people, and I get that.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm a super private person and it's by choice. I
Mhm.
think that's to me that's the best way to be.
Yes.
I feel like
Yes.
you make moves in in silence. Like you don't really let people know everything.
Mhm.
You know?
Mhm.
A lot of people confuse me with being sneaky. I am not
Oh
sneaky.
my god.
I am not sneaky. A lot of people she's sneaky. No, I'm not. I'm just private. But you said my top
Like, well, I would say, like, your dream and your goal.
oh yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
your dream and your goal.
My dream, my goals are to be an entrepreneur. I want
Yes.
to start my own business.
Mm.
I see that for myself in the future.
I love that. I love that for you. I can see you having your own, like, just even, like, boutique or just, like, just
Mhm.
branding
Yeah.
yourself, like, what you wanna do. Even if it's, like, having the hottest sex toy, because that seems to be the biggest thing right now for people.
And they sell. I mean,
Mm.
like people
Sex
really
sells.
what? Like they really that's really a thing. Like,
Yeah, for real.
yeah.
Knowing that the girl that you are and you're, like, introvert, but then out there and just, like, so like, charismatic and just, like, this sexy girl, this international mother, and doing all these things. How do you self-care? And I know I asked you this because I honestly think watching you, I think I know you what do you do for self-care?
How do I self-care? Um, like I said, I am a I don't know if it's an intro. What do you call an introvert mixed with an extrovert? It's a word for it.
I call them social butterflies.
Okay, so I'm a social butterfly, but I do like to be alone. I do like my space, my
Mhm.
time. So believe it or not, I do a lot of meditating. I do a lot of yoga.
I love
I
that.
do. I spend a lot of quality time with myself, finding my inner peace. That's how I stay peaceful. That's how I stay out of,
Mhm.
shit. And I get a lot of facials. I get a lot of facials, self-care. I mean,
Yeah, because you have amazing skin.
thank you.
That was one of the things I was like, "God damn, her skin's
And drink a lot of
good." Mhm.
water.
Oh, baby, I don't drink
Drink
soda.
a lot. I don't either.
Mhm.
I don't drink soda. So yeah, a lot of water. I do take care of myself, very manicured and yeah.
You know what? I have to ask this question. Being that you do the categories that you are, and you carry yourself in a very, very confident way, and being a
Mhm.
curvaceous girl, your dating life, how is that? Like, is it a
Mm.
significant other or like you're dating right now?
Um, currently single,
Okay.
looking for a guy in finance,
Mhm.
6'5", blue eyes,
Mm.
trust fund.
Mm. Mm.
Um,
Like magic.
so I'm currently single, but yeah.
Beautiful girls. Beautiful girls are mainly single, and I understand why. I do. I understand why. It's hard being a beautiful girl. It's hard being pretty. It's hard, like, it's hard being charismatic if you have your shit together.
You know what? A lot of guys are intimidated by me. I will say that.
Yes.
And I get a lot of looks and stuff, and I'm like, okay, so you just gonna look like why are
You're
you
just not gonna say anything to me, but you're
right?
gonna slide my
It's
DMs.
and
Like,
it
that's weird.
and it's because they are intimidated by
Mm.
your confidence. They're
Mhm.
intimidated by your independence and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. I get it, and I just hate that if you're gonna stare at me, say something to
I hate
me.
it, girl.
Don't slide in my DMs because now I don't like, it give me, like,
I hate
pussy.
that. And please don't send your friend over.
Oh my god.
Like,
Oh my
please don't
god.
send your homeboy over trying to say, oh, like, no.
It I love the bob, by the way.
Thanks.
It was one ball where I feel like we have to talk about because you really gave the look and the feel and your battle in I just felt like you was gonna make it hot. And I
Mm.
was a little disappointed in our coast around that time. It was the notorious ball.
Mm.
One of my favorite looks of you.
Everybody was
We were pissed.
everybody was pissed. I mean,
We were
if you
pissed.
listen, like after it was one chop, everybody gasped. Like, what? Like, I mean, it was definitely a moment.
It was
It was definitely a moment.
my sis, and I think it was like another girl that gave off real like Lil' Kim.
Oh.
And I said, those gonna be the last 3 battles. Like, we were living for it in the crowd. Like, look at the crowd. We're all standing up. You was eating it, saying the lyrics and things like that, and they just chop you. Like, it was so annoying. Who the fuck chopped you?
I definitely think it was a shady chop.
It was. Who chopped you? It was horrible. I hope they know that. It was late.
But
It was late as fuck.
But if you listen, so when I was getting off of the podium thingy,
Yeah.
I was going to continuously sell it. The music changed and everything. It went from this crush to How Many Licks by Lil' Kim. So it was a whole production I had. And I was ready to, and mind you, it wasn't even calling for a production. This was for 5K.
Yeah.
I was the only person that came out with the production.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it is what it is. The chop happened, but it sent ballroom in an uproar.
We did.
It really sent ballroom in an uproar.
It was like, don't do that. Chop the girls that need to be chopped.
I feel like that actually made my moment even bigger.
Baby.
It made my moment even bigger.
It's a moment to remember where it's like, we all going to the Notorious Ball. Shout out to Jamari. Notorious Ball coming up.
And do you know people are still talking about that? Like, especially when it first happened. I remember traveling out of state and people was like, you the Lil' Kim girl. Like, they was calling me like, oh, you the Lil' Kim girl. I'm like, oh.
Yep. It was, because it kind of sent, I'm not even going to say kind of, it sent us in an uproar because here's the thing. Fair is fair. Let the girls have their moments. Y'all let all the other girls and boys have their moments. That was a whole moment. And them battles was supposed to be a certain way to make it hot. Yeah. We don't come out, they come out to see the girls. We come out to see the productions. We come out here to see the art. Yeah. Just because you ready to go home and you tired of sitting on the panel, baby.
And we talked about money being spent on effects. Girl, that
would make you go up.
That night, I got that robe made. Those roses that was thrown out, I promised the guy, I went to a flower shop around the corner before the ball.
Oh, yeah, because we were in the flower market.
2 dozen I think it was 2 dozen roses. I spent like close to $300. They were the long stem ones.
Oh, yeah.
And
like, I can't believe.
I was pissed.
Baby, piss ain't the word.
I was pissed.
Yeah.
All of that. Girl.
We was pissed for you. We was going ham on social media.
But I got over it. I got over it after a little while.
Yeah, because look what was happening afterwards.
Exactly.
Like, I was like
I said, it made my moment bigger.
You was going out of the country. You was like hitting all the other balls and like grabbing grand prize after grand prize after grand prize. And it was just like making that chop look dumb. Like, the ridiculous. Because, bitch, you that girl.
Yes, thank you.
And I hope y'all understand that Miss Thing, she's this girl and she's representing the coast really, really well. I will hope that y'all understand that.
Thank you.
Being that you are this girl now, what's your most challenging aspect in your life currently?
You know, everyone goes through shit in life. Everyone.
Yeah.
No matter how good their life looks.
Yeah.
You know, everyone goes through stuff.
Yeah.
So currently, my back hurt. No. No, it really do though. It actually do. I just went to the hospital because it was like to the point where it was unbearable pain.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So I got diagnosed with a herniated disc like years and years ago. And I guess it like flared back up. But that nonetheless, that's something that is really going on.
Okay.
Very challenging.
Oh my goodness.
And another situation happened a little over a week ago. But it's personal. And you know, I have faith God is going to take care of it. But yeah, I mean, life is challenging. You know, like I said, we all go through stuff.
Yeah. What would you say like is the most positive thing that's going on in your life right now?
The most positive thing going on in my life right now is just honestly being able to wake up, you know, just being blessed, being highly favored and appreciative and grateful of like the small things, you know? It's a lot of people who aren't able to do certain things.
Yeah.
You know, so that's to me a positive thing that's going on in my life right now. It's just thanking God.
Yeah, I would you say in the ballroom scene, who would you just one person or maybe 2 when it comes to the girls and boys that's up there that you would love to see yourself battle against or that you feel like their aesthetic is up there with yours?
Um, honestly, I used to say, like, I wanna battle all the girls. Like, I wanna
Ah, I
I
love that.
do, I
I
do,
love
I do,
that.
I do, I do. I'm the type of ballroom walker who is not afraid of
Mhm.
any bitch. I'm
Mhm.
not afraid of anybody. I actually, yeah, I wanna battle them. You know, the top of the tops, bitch, bring them
Mhm.
out
Bring 'em out.
because I wanna add you to my resume,
Bring
girl.
'em out.
Imma beat you and add you to my resume.
Bring 'em out. I can't wait to see you, like, at Coldest Winter or something, like, cause that
Mhm.
seemed like that's one like, that's where you're getting at.
Oh,
Like
girl, I've been there. Not saying I have
mhm.
walked. The first I went one year.
Okay.
Okay, look, I went one year to walk, missed my category.
It happens, you
I
guys, it
missed it.
happens, it
I
happens.
missed the fucking category. Shame on me,
Mhm.
right? Travel all that way.
Yeah, to New
Once
York.
again, spend all this goddamn money,
Ah!
hair, makeup, and everything else,
Yeah.
and you miss your category. It happens, but that was a bad um happen. That was bad.
Mm.
Um, what else? Oh, and then oh yeah, that's it. No, I was thinking like, wait, did I go this way?
Yeah, because they have
I think I
sometimes
went twice though.
sometimes with,
I
like,
think I did.
sex siren, they be giving out some hot ass money. They be giving out some motherfucking money,
Oh
and I'm
yeah,
just like, the next big ball, I know sex siren, I know
they do.
Coldest Winter is,
Especially
like,
at
one of
Coldest
them.
Winter, they gave
Oh,
out what 8,000
woo!
last year.
I watched it, like, live
Male
this
figure, I
past
think
time.
it was 20K. I think.
They had, like, 2 panel of judges, like, it was
Yes.
one at the top and then, like, one at the bottom,
Hmm.
and I was, like, watching it live, some girls really came with the
They
shits, like, they
did.
effects was literally, like, ice and, like, whatnot, and
They
I was like,
did.
"Damn, this is hot."
Yeah.
Some of it was lackluster, I ain't even gonna lie. Some people I was just like, "You let her get through," like, I know you fucking lying. Like,
Hmm.
but it was some people that was coming, like, the girls, I could say the
Yeah.
girls really put in
Yeah.
for the effects, and I love to see
They
it.
really did.
Mm.
Yeah.
It was, I think, like, one of my favorites. Lola was good. Lola was amazing.
Lola is beautiful,
Oh my god.
and she always bring it. She always look astonishing.
It was this one Margella, not Margella, was it? No, it was
It was the Margella
Margella
girl.
girl.
What's her name?
She was so
Shay.
pretty.
Wait, I think you was just about to say it.
I went up to her and I was like, cause
Is it like
I loved her
Shay
attitude.
or
I forgot her name, but she's so gorgeous. She looks
yeah,
like
she is.
Kitty from, Black Ink
Yeah,
Crew.
she is a pretty girl, and she definitely does very well in the category too.
I was like, "Oh my god," cause she has, like, the tat and stuff
Hmm.
too, right? Oh my god.
Yep.
I love the way how she just, like, was, like, kinda, like, selling it, and her effect was just like, oh
Hmm.
my goodness. I loved every bit of it.
Yes.
Knowing that this generation on our coast, cause this what I like about this new ballroom generation, especially a lot of the kids that's in the kiki scene or whatever, they love to grow and they look up to girls like you.
Hmm.
What would be the message to them growing up now? And just like, even just if they're doing your category, what would be the message to them and your fans and just
It
like people that
would
admire you?
it would be to always be true to yourself.
Mhm.
Definitely put your best foot forward. Anytime you hit that floor, it should be a mindset
Mhm.
of grand prize. Okay? If you don't feel confident, don't walk,
Mhm.
you
No,
know?
that is something that my mother fee is always instill into us.
Yeah.
She'd be like, "If you don't feel it, don't walk,
Yeah.
because 'cause you're not gonna perform your best."
It will show in your performance
Yeah.
that you are not feeling it, you're not comfortable, you know. So yeah, you definitely have to be um confident. You have to feel good, look good,
Mhm.
and yeah, like I said, put your best foot forward. Battle, perform like it is for 30,000 grand prize.
Uh, sometimes I have to ask, so you see how you're selling it, right?
Mhm.
What be going through your head? Or, like, what do you be thinking about when you're, like, walking? Because I know sometimes for me, I'll be like, "Ooh, anxiety, please don't chop me, give me my chance, please."
I have no anxiety when I walk. I be so anxious to walk. I love it. Um, but like I said, younger, growing up, I used to always want the
Mhm.
attention and be center stage. So it's something that I'm very comfortable with doing. But what goes through my head, honestly, girl, it just be it goes blank sometimes. No shade, it do. Don't you know how like you could practice something? And this is why I don't do it. This is why I don't rehearse. I don't practice before I walk because you could do that shit and then get out there
And then forget
and forget
everything that you
everything. And it's like,
learned.
so yeah, I just go out there and I just, I go with the music, with the song, with the feeling. I feed off the crowd a lot, you know?
It is, because like I tell people walking the balls, I said, sometimes you have to go in the corner and center yourself because you have to pay attention to the music
Hmm?
and you have to pay attention to the
You have
vibe
to get in
and you
mode.
had to get into like the zone. And I'm talking baby auto zone, like put it in full
You
drive.
do.
And what scares me, I tell that if you see me in the corner, I always have one of the bros standing next to me to keep me aware what's going on when I need to
Mhm.
go on. But don't talk to me
Mhm.
because I'm putting my anxiety at an ease and I'm trying to connect with
Mm.
the vibe. I might
Yep.
need a cocktail, but like it'll help.
Everything, people do different things.
Hmm.
But
So I'm excited. Y'all have a ball coming up. Y'all have a house ball coming up.
we do November
Yes.
November 9th in New York.
Yes. Shout out to the House
So
of Ebony. You
yeah.
guys have an iconic ball coming
We
up.
are having our house ball and it's going to be hot. It is like, yeah, it's a lot of surprises.
Oh, because I know you go to like, because I know they do like the overalls and they do people of leadership. I know you was finna make it hot
We are
when you
going
come
to
out.
make it hot.
Ooh,
We're
my
going to make it
goodness.
hot.
Look, she like, I
We're
can't
gonna
even tell you right now,
we're gonna make
but
it
we
hot.
are going to make it hot.
We are.
Ah, yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. I'm looking
Mhm.
forward to being there, and
Yes.
Ebony's is one of my favorite house. You guys are amazing.
Oh, thank you.
You are amazing, and I just want to tell you to keep going because you're one of the motivational girls that is on this coast right now and that is doing the thing. Like, I don't even walk a category, but it's motivating to see people from my coast going to the next state and turning it
Mm,
and making a name for
I
themselves
appreciate that.
and just being one of the girls because this generation, they look up to all of us,
Yes.
especially the girls, the female figures in the community. And you are that girl. And just coming from the coast, I have to say we
Thank you.
appreciate you so much, baby. And you are gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank
Gorgeous.
you. And I appreciate you too. And you do your shit every time you hit the floor. I have seen your improvement. Oh, I remember one time I went up to Fee and I said, "You've been working with her.
Yes.
Like you've
Yes.
been working with her." Because yeah, I seen your growth and your development. Girl, you do your shit. And I'm
Thank
very proud of you.
you. Thank
Um,
you.
I watch you on social media a lot,
Yes.
like seeing you travel,
Oh, thank you.
seeing
Thank you.
you do your endorsements or with Sheen or whatever.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And just you're doing your shit, girl.
I thank you
You are
so
doing your shit,
much.
so you keep it up and don't stop.
Oh my God, that makes me so like emotional
Even though
because
it may get hard at times, nothing is easy. Just keep
yeah,
going, keep pushing through, and it'll work out.
it feels good to hear that coming from you guys because
Mhm.
sometimes I feel like I work so
Yeah.
much so I never get to like enjoy the moment.
Yep.
So like trying to juggle it all, it didn't hit me until I was talking to Chuck
Mm.
and the words that you just said, he said, "You don't understand what you're doing." He was like, "There is no big girl on our coast that's like runway." And he was like, "You're paving a whole lane
It's
for
really not.
yourself."
You are.
And my mother, Fee, told me that.
Mm.
He instilled so much into me
Yep.
and taught me the politics, but also like
Mhm.
showed me so much within this community. And to hear that from y'all, it makes me feel so good. And it makes me just want to go out there and just like rep for
Keep
us.
keep keep doing it, girl. Don't
My-
stop.
And
Keep going hard.
this is my gift to you guys. That's why I love to hear y'all stories. I'm
Yes.
like, to hear y'all stories and to put it out there in the world is like my gift back to ballroom
Yeah.
because y'all are some extraordinary people. And don't you
We are some extraordinary people.
extraordinary Do it feels like you live a double life sometimes? Like, you go home and you relax, but then you go into these events and whatnot, and you're around probably, like, the high top celebrity and just, like or just, like, designers and things, so you feel like you live a double life?
Mm, kinda, not
She
really.
said, "Kinda, not
Kinda,
really."
not really, because I feel like I made ballroom a part of my life. Like, it's a part of my main life. So,
Mhm.
it's all incorporated in one.
I love that.
This is my life.
I love that for
At
you.
this point, girl, I done invested so goddamn much. Shit, I might as well. It is a part of my life.
Well, I have to tell you, it was a pleasure to have you on to this
Oh,
platform.
thank you for
To hear
having
your
me.
story even makes me love you even more.
Yes.
Just knowing just a little bit more detail of who you
Mhm,
are as a person. Because I always knew you was a sweet girl.
mhm.
I told Casanova, but I was like, I don't think she knows, like, I'm trying to interview her. I think they think, like, Imma get them up here and ask them all crazy stuff and all type of, like, messy stuff.
Mhm.
No, it's honestly it's a pleasure to get to know your
Aw.
story, and to have you here on the platform, I appreciate you so much.
Well, thank you for having me.
Aw.
I appreciate you for reaching out.
Oh, I love it, I love it.
Yeah.
And there you have it, you guys, the story of the magnificent Queen Staxx. And just to let you guys know, thank you for tuning in and go ahead and subscribe and follow the page. She is Plus Size Beauty on all social media platforms. And also follow the place that makes this magic happen with your boy Solomon and the podcast plays. Thank you, beauties, for tuning in. Tune in for the next episode next week, and I will see you, beauties, later.